with KROS. Well, our weekly opportunity to catch up with Girl Clinton, Lesley Webster in studio, and she brought a couple of guests with her today, didn't you?
I did. Good morning. Do you want me to just introduce them right away?
Would you please?
All right. So we have an event coming up here in a couple of weeks here in Clinton called the Icicle Bicycle. So it's run by the Riverbend, what's it called? Riverbend Bicycle Club. And so I brought these gentlemen to help share the information. So down at the end is Andy Isenhour. Here's Randy Meier, or as I like to say, Andy and Randy.
There you go. Very good.
I'm going to turn the mic over.
All right, very good. Andy, let's go ahead and get started with you. So give us the nuts and bolts of this. When's everything going to take place?
We've got the bike ride scheduled for Saturday, March 25th, and it starts up at Main Avenue at Jensen Oil and the Lions Bicycle Station. And registration is from 9:30 to 11. And as you register, you'll get a lunch ticket, so you'll ride your bike in Clinton and as far south as Comanche. And then when you come back, we'll have lunch at either Lion's Tap or Homer's Deli. It'll be your choice. And the total ride is scheduled for 22 miles, but we do have a shortened version and several turnaround points. If it being the first ride of the year for some people, you can turn around and ride as far as you like and be comfortable.
Now I can see that there's registration prior. How can they pre-register, Andy?
The registration, you can go online at the Riverbend Bicycle Club Clinton.org, and there's a page where you can register right online and pay through that as well. Or you can get the registration forms at the local bicycle shops, which would be Lions Bicycle Station or Ben's Bicycle Station.
All right. How did you get involved with this, Andy?
I've been riding my bike for quite a few years, and I've been riding the Icicle Bicycle, and last year they didn't have anybody to organize it, so I helped organize with Doug Remfer and John Griffin, and we stepped up and did it again this year. It was off a couple of years with the COVID, and we've we got started last year, and it was truly the Icicle Bicycle. It was a very cold and windy day, but we did get 60 riders that day, so and we've changed the route this year too. We're staying in Iowa, not going across the bridge, so if there is some wind, it won't be quite as bad.
Yeah, I can recall what took place last year. You were heading into that wind. It was just terrible, but you always like to have the wind at your back, right, Randy, when you finish up?
Well, that's the preference, yes, but the ride goes on, rain, snow, or shine, or wind. We always schedule a ride, and we always carry through with it. It's a tradition for the last 25 years by the Bicycle Club, and it's kind of our kickoff ride for the year. So we encourage everybody to come out and pump up your tires and get the bike off the hanger in the garage and get out there and ride.
For years, you and I used to run against each other in many of the local road races. When did you start becoming a bicyclist?
I've always been a bicyclist, and Gary, we ran with each other. We didn't run against each other.
That's right, exactly. Pretty much. It was always fairly close. So, have you ever done a triathlon? Did you did any swimming at all, Randy?
No, I'm a terrible swimmer. I can float, and that's about as well as I can do.
So, how did you get involved with the Bicycle Club initially?
Well, I've been involved with the bike club for at least 15 years. It just sounded like a way for me to try and promote biking. I love to bike. I love to do anything outdoors. And I became aware of the bike club, and I attended a meeting, and I'm still here.
So, Andy, how often does the Bicycle Club group get together? If somebody is interested in joining, how can they do that?
Again, that's online. You can join the bike club online through the website, and they have typically meetings every other month or every month. And there's multiple rides. There's actually a ride scheduled for tonight following the full moon. So we'll get out right at dusk, and we're going to ride up to Eagle Point Park, hopefully see the moon tonight, and then go for a little ride after that.
Again, visiting with Andy Isenhour and Randy Meier. Now, have either one of you done RAGBRAI?
I've ridden some of I've never done the whole week. I've ridden days. I think most was 3 days I rode. And it's always, it always ends on the east coast of Iowa, so I schedule that so that I can arrive at home on the last day.
What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm planning on going this year, and this will be my 7th year. I typically go with my son or my son's group, and we'll ride and have a very enjoyable time. A couple of my daughters have gone as well, and Lily has ridden bits and pieces of it. But yeah, it's a very enjoyable ride, and it ending in Davenport this year makes it very conducive to ride and make it easy to get home.
It's quite an experience. The last couple of years, Dan Zerp has been doing updates for us on the course of the race, and he's done a tremendous job with it. I just can't imagine being surrounded by that many bicyclists throughout the course of the day. What's that like, Andy?
Well, it's a good feeling to be on the road with bicyclists and knowing it's a very safe and planned route. That's what's impressed me most about RAGBRAI is the organization that goes along with it. Support, it's got almost a circus feeling as you go through the multiple towns. And you can eat pretty much whatever you want along the way, and then the campgrounds and the riding is all very safe. But yeah, it's a different feeling to be riding on a highway that there's no automobile or vehicle traffic, and yet it's just bicycles everywhere, and as far as you can see up ahead of you and back behind you, it's a good feeling.
Randy, as you pointed out, it's going to end up in Davenport the same day as the Bix run. Have you ever done the Bix?
I've done the Bix at least 25 times.
Okay.
Yes.
I always enjoyed the Bix at 6 on Thursdays as opposed to the race itself. There's just so many. Talk about the number of people bicycling, the number of people running is amazing.
Yes, it is. And you're right. The Bix, if you want to set a good speed record, the Bix at 6 is a better because you don't have to run with 17,000 of your closest friends at your shoulders.
Yeah, still a pretty good number. They probably still get close to 1,000 people for the Bix
They
at
do.
6.
They
yeah.
do, yes. It's still well attended, yes.
Okay. I'd like to thank you both for coming in. If you could, once again, Andy, go over what people need to do to be a part of the 2023 Icicle Bicycle.
The Icicle Bicycle is March 25th. Registration is from 9:30 to 11 up at the north end, Jensen Oil or the Lions Bicycle Station. And if you register early, there's a $5 discount. It goes up to $25 after March 9th. So encourage everybody to get online and get registered ahead of that to save $5. But it does go for a worthy cause for the bike club to help us get organized. And then there's a very nice lunch, too, either at Homer's or at Lion's Tap with that.
All right. Randy, any closing comments from you?
No, nope.
All right, very good.
I just get out there and ride.
All right, very good. Have you been on the bike yet this year?
I've been on a stationary bike.
Okay. What about you, Andy? You been outdoors yet?
I have got 270 miles in, so I've got 18 rides in this year. The
Oh, my
weather's been
goodness.
very good for it.
Well, that's good. Leslie, swing the microphone over to you. So I see you're a guest columnist now for the Clinton Herald.
know.
So talk about what you've got
Fancy.
coming up.
Well, the article that we just posted this last weekend is about the event coming this weekend. So as a tourism director, I think one of our greatest assets is the Showboat Theater. And I love live theater, so I'm a little partial to that anyway. But I do think it's one of those things that I don't know if fame is the right word, but its reputation extends beyond our community and it brings people here. So I'm a huge supporter of the Showboat, and I want people to also be equally supportive of it. And this Saturday is their trivia night fundraiser. So it is at the Moose Lodge. It is, what time? 6 p.m. is when the doors open. Trivia starts right at 6:30, and they don't even have to pre-register. Bring your team, show up at the door, and come prepared to have a good time and help support the Showboat that way.
Are you doing the trivia?
I'm not. It's not my trivia event.
Okay, I know
so
you like to do that.
I do.
What else is coming up concerning Grow Clinton and the Convention and Visitors Bureau?
Well, if you do like trivia, on the 24th, I believe, is the Lions, the LBPA trivia, and I am doing that one.
Okay.
So I'll be there for that one. And then part of the two different raffle opportunities, or maybe we can't say that word. Is that right? Are we not
I'm not
supposed
really
to say that
sure
word?
about that, yeah.
Two opportunities for
There you
you
go.
to purchase a ticket and perhaps win something.
There you go. Very good.
There are tickets for the Showboat in support of that, and that one you can win. What is it? 100 pounds of meat bundles from Fulton Meat Market and the freezer to save them all. So a 7 cubic foot freezer. So those tickets are $20 a piece. Excuse me. You can buy them at Clinton Printing, or I think you can get them from any of the board members as well. And then the other one is that the Fulton Fun Crew, which is the group that puts on Totally Tuesday, recently did the Scotch Doubles Tournament for Valentine's. They do the Fall Fest, all of that. So they are doing an opportunity to win. And with that one, you can win a pair of tickets for Tailgate and Tall Boys. So those tickets are only, I want to say like $5 or $10 or something like that. Very inexpensive. You can pick them up at several different businesses in Fulton, or you can pick them up at the Grow Clinton offices.
Okay, if people would like to find out more information about Grow Clinton and what you have to offer, how can they do that?
Follow us on social media, Facebook or Instagram, with either Visit Clinton, Iowa or Visit Fulton. And then that's the best way to get all of the information. And I keep these kinds of things all posted, stuff about the Icicle Bicycle, all of that.
All right, very good, Lesley. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andy, Randy, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. Good, safe trip for you on the 26th.
Thank you.